France 24's Dave Keating's been keeping an eye on this story for us from Brussels. He joins us now from there. Dave, we have seen signs of the chilly relationship between Turkey and the EU starting to thaw over the past few weeks. Could we see some kind of definite progress come out of the foreign ministers' meeting today?
That's what the big question is. I mean, High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Joseph Borrell, is going to brief them today, and he's going to give kind of a state of play here. Are these just nice words coming from Turkey, or do they actually signal a change in behavior? Look, 2020 was an absolute low point for EU-Turkey relations. You had the EU 3 times considering sanctions against Turkey for what they see as illegal oil and gas exploration on the coast of Cyprus, and then you had naval conflicts between Greece and Turkey, and then of course you had the war of words between Turkish President Erdogan and French President Macron over Macron's response to the terrorist attacks in France. President Erdogan even suggesting a boycott of French products and calling Macron mentally unwell, so an absolute low point. But since the new year, we've actually had a series of letters back and forth between the French and Turkish presidents that we're told were warm. And we're also having this kind of diplomatic outreach from Ankara. And this is a really important relationship. So I think on both sides, they're hoping that the temperatures go down here. Turkey is a major economic partner of EU countries. It's also a member of NATO, and it's part of the EU customs union. So there's a big appetite for the tensions to go down, but EU leaders want to be assured that Turkey's actions are changing in addition to just its words.
Dave, there are a lot of other big issues on the table there at the meetings today. What else are the foreign ministers going to be talking about?
There's two other big issues they're going to be talking about. One is possible sanctions against Russia for the arrest of Navalny, the dissident there who's just returned after being poisoned and recovering in Germany. Now, I think it's unlikely we would get an announcement about sanctions today at this meeting, but they may open up a process towards sanctions, which would be designed to pressure Russia into releasing Navalny. Now, also the foreign ministers will be reacting to the UK's decision to deny diplomatic status to the EU's ambassador in London. This has been hugely controversial. EU officials are furious about this, I can tell you. And so they're going to talk about possible retaliation against the UK for that refusal to recognize the EU ambassador. Something similar happened with this under the Trump administration. Trump administration refusing to recognize the EU's ambassador in Washington. And in response, the commission refused to ever meet with the U.S. ambassador here to the European Union here in Brussels. So there are a couple of different retaliatory responses that the EU could take.
Dave, thanks for that. France 24's Dave Keating. Well, let's come back to France.